That first inning, getting 7 runs before they got an out, had to be a little bit stunning, maybe to both dugouts.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you quite expect that on a Saturday or Friday, whenever, but we did. We got guys to reach base, and then we got the big hit by Scotty. So we had some things go our way too. Some favorable spaces on the field that allowed us to reach base. But after that, we got the big hit and continued that for the next couple innings.
Steven's been scuffling a little bit the last couple of weeks since Florida. How big was that hit for him?
Well, I think any time that you're not moving the bat in the manner that you want, and then you get a big hit, it's always good for your confidence. I mean, these guys are about hits, and sometimes they end up chasing them, which is not real healthy for them. But I think hard contact is in the quality of what you're doing at the plate is probably the most positive thing. But when you get a positive statistic that's applied to it, then they feel ultimately really well. So I'm glad he hit that hard enough.
Was it possible for Kumar to be any better, especially given they've got maybe 2 or 3 big leaguers in that lineup?
What I think he did the best was just he stayed in his lane in terms of what he was supposed to do. I mean, I think a lot of times you can get a pitcher in that particular situation, they can lose focus because of the game, and he just kept the game his. He took it as a very selfish, which is important, and to say this is what I have to do, and he just continued to throw strikes, and he kept the pace fast and didn't allow any free bases, and I credit him. That's a young kid doing that right now, but he did what he needed to do in order for the game to move along and in order for us to get back into the dugout each time. After the first 3 innings, the game kind of slowed down for both sides, but he had a lot to do with what happened out there today.
I know his ERA didn't show it coming in, but it seemed to me like he wasn't that far off from getting together. Is that kind of how you size it up when you made the decision to keep him in the rotation?
Yeah, everything that I've seen from him has been positive, and that's also what he does in between the games itself. And in order to have that type of trust and confidence from a coaching staff and from your teammates, you have to be doing other things outside of what you're doing on the field in order to build equity, so to speak. And he's done that. And he's just kept himself on balance, and he's done a nice job. I think the times that he's been hurt have been the times that we haven't necessarily helped him. But we made the plays behind him today. We actually played pretty good ground ball defense.
You took Cooper out in the third. Looked like he was limping a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you have him available tomorrow?
It's a good question. I don't know. And get with Tracy and Coop and see where he is right now. I could tell on the double play ball that he came up short, so something wasn't right. You always hope that it's not major, but you just have to find out what it is.
You've already got Pat down, but Isaiah's played well this week. You've got Kiambu, who you've trusted to play defense out there.
Yeah.
I guess you still feel like you're in a decent spot, even if you miss those guys a little bit longer.
Yeah, it's kind of the next man up. I mean, these guys train well and do the things they need to do in order to get put on the field. I mean, you as a coach, we tell them that at some point your opportunity is going to come, and sometimes they probably shake their head positively, but there's a lot of disbelief of whether they'll ever play. But these are the circumstances as it comes. Someone rolls his ankle, someone does something to their quad, hamstring, what have you, the injuries that we've been hit with, then it's someone else's job to take over at that point, still renting a position. And the thing is, with these injuries, everyone has them. It's just everyone. No one's immune from that. So we just try to put the best guy in there we can.
Your starters have now gone deep both games. Do you have everybody available in the bullpen, or do you hold anybody back that you've thrown already?
I think once you get to Sunday, it's you have everyone in the barn, and everyone can pitch. I mean, we went short duration with the guys today, so yeah, I would say that everyone is available tomorrow.
Thanks, Tim.
Okay, thank you.